Shamu, that mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 Classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head. What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' as kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cards is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' as kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cards is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was.
Welcome all to the ECAC regular season week 3. Today we got a barn burner of a matchup for you. It's going to be Augustana College Vikings versus California State University Sacramento State Stingers. Now you guys know me, it's Tristan Cass. Joining me today is Catnator 3K to give us a little bit of a breakdown on these teams and some of their strengths and weaknesses. Take it away.
Hey, thank you so much, Tristan. Absolutely going to be a great matchup. 2-0 teams right now tied for that first place standing, trying to get themselves edged up. One of these teams going to fall out of that tiebreaker tonight, but which one is it going to be? We've got pretty good hopes here for the Stingers of Sacramento State. They just went last season in April, won themselves the ECAC championship here in Valorant, so a good chance they run it back. We've got some underdogs here to try to dethrone them. That is, of course, the Vikings. Currently a club roster at their university, but after now having 200 members in that club, they've moved themselves into a scholarship position, hiring head coach Joe Loomis, who is coming in fall of 2022. But for now, they've got to try to dethrone these champs.
Yeah, and with these maps coming up, it looks like Sac State has decided to pick up Haven for map 2. Map 1 will be Haven, Augustana's choice. Map 2 will be Split. That is going to be Sac State's map. Now, this is going to be an interesting matchup. Haven and Split, two of the closer range maps. We're going to see a lot of set pieces come out, and I love especially Split, how it's constantly evolving, and I want to see each strategy and how they decide to go about their site takes. I've seen constantly, especially with the most recent top-tier tournaments, a lot of those A hits have been really quick, really fast with the executes, and a lot of coordination is necessary on some of those tighter maps.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like the meta just is ever so changing, especially when we jump into the collegiate scene. These teams have so much more flexibility, and seeing as they are that consistent roster, they are always competing with each other week in and week out. It really does change things up for these teams. They have an opportunity to really try out new metas that we don't typically see in a T1 sort of scene. We've seen some very interesting stuff here on the broadcast already, a chance for some more interesting compositions. We'll have to see what comes out, but a good list of maps for us here. Nothing too crazy, no fracture, unfortunately, but probably a good thing.
Yeah, the fracture is going to be a bit difficult to keep up with, even as even as casters, as we've seen plenty of fracture. We've done plenty of prep work on the map ourselves, but even then, it's just so chaotic. All the different angles you can get peeked from, you have to be keeping up with two different halves of the map at once. I got to tell you, if a fracture map is picked in one of these tournaments, I feel so bad for the observers because that is going to be like entering the matrix, trying to keep up with everyone at once, especially on the attacker side. So that being said, we get a little bit more simplicity. It's nice to have that. And as I say that, we should be ready to hop right into this map one. It's going to be Haven, and it is going to be Augustana starting on the defensive side. Sac State will be our attackers.
All right, so I gotta ask you, going into this agent select, who do you got winning this thing? Are you an underdog fan? Are you cheering for the champs? What's it gonna be?
Oh man, well here's the thing. I'm not putting any money on this, so I'm always going to be for the underdogs. And plus, me being a California native myself, Sac State, I like their odds here. I want them to pull it out.
All right, well, we'll have to see. We jump into the agent select now. Nothing too crazy just yet. Brent Rice is hovering that Phoenix, and I'm always a little bit sus on the Phoenix, Tristan. I feel like he's so one-dimensional now. I mean, there are players like Sick from Sentinels, perhaps, really does shine on the agent, able to bring something unique, but I feel like there are so many better, more team-centric options, you know?
Yeah, and really, when you went to describe Phoenix there, you went to call him one-dimensional. That's honestly the exact same adjective I was looking to use. His flashbangs just seem so much more limited than some of the other agents in this game. Specifically, I'm looking at Sky. I mean, how much
Yeah.
more can you do with the Sky flash? You can literally pilot it already. That's 10 times more than Phoenix can. Not only that, but you can fake the flash. It'll give you info if they're blinded. It's just simply better in nearly every way. And let's not forget, it already was nerfed. It used to have 3 chargers. That's more than the curveball even had available. So really a better flash in every sense of the word. Phoenix obviously does have many different positives to him, specifically the run it back, just being able to open up that space in the site, being able to get that info by even sacrificing, your run it back to get in there and to take the first shots. But other than that, I mean, his kit just doesn't seem to have nearly as much bang to it as some of the other agents we're seeing picked out here.
Yeah, well, speaking of those other agents, the composition here for this attacking side, quite interesting. I'm not going to lie to you. Interesting choices here. Definitely playing more for that attacking starting side, but that means they've got to have a really good half here. The Jet, the Sky, the Phoenix. We can't even talk about replacing the Phoenix for Sky because they went ahead, Tristan. They ran them both.
Oh yeah, you cannot be staring too intently because you're gonna have your head on a swivel to avoid all of these flashes coming in. It's going to be 4 vicious flashes that if you get caught, you can kiss your life goodbye because you are not going to be lasting long. Now, one thing I did want to note here is we do have the Omen out here for Zeta. That's going to be a big difference in the compositions, a third blind into the equation, and that one is huge because the Omen, especially on some of these tighter angles that they have to walk through together, maybe even garage, maybe it comes a short. That's a big blind that if you angle it right can really lead you to pick up a lot of rounds solo. So I'm going to be definitely looking at Zeta, his positioning, where he decides to go on the map, and how he works around his team to stop some of these pushes.
Yeah, 100% here, and it's really got to be coordinated. We won't even talk about the defensive side right now because that will be its own question, its own hill to climb, but hopefully it will be one fortified by this attacking half. But on the other side of things, a much more comfortable composition, much more standard. We see a Sentinel come out. We see a controller. Usually going to be that Astra on a map like Haven. Just gives you so much more options. Talk about that Omen can be very, very limited in terms of what he can do with smokes. Doesn't have the poles, doesn't have the stuns. So definitely going to be a much more fluid team for them. The defense going to be significantly easier. But how does that defense hold up, as you mentioned, Tristan, against a team with this many flashbangs?
It's going to be difficult, and a lot of it, I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of it's just going to come down to player skill. There's no way around that, and we can talk about the compositions all day and all night, but it comes down to the execution. Already, we see Kirito executing on the first headshot. It looks like Brun's been moved to the sideline.
Moved to the sideline indeed early, so that initial firing power already out of this one. You don't have the dash into sight anymore. Your jet's gone already, so now things have to get done manually. A lot more work going to have to be done for this team. Smokes to come out from window in just a minute. Bird's got no information, so are able to sit to CT. Obviously pretty obvious if you haven't made presence C long, you've only made presence A long. We haven't seen you mid. You got to be in spawn still, and they'll start to move their way back towards A long now, but definitely the defense prepping for it.
Oh yeah, this A site is not going to be the easiest to break through, especially with the early pick, making it a 4v5. Out comes the dart, but the dart, it's misplaced. It's not going to see much of anyone. They may think they have a free site here, when in reality, there is plenty of resistance to be met. Instead, everyone just standing on the other side of the orb. They're ready to make it happen. The flash will go short. Doesn't exactly tag anyone, but that blind is massive. Look at everyone paranoid. Zeta makes a quick move to the backside, but he can't finish anyone off. They're getting pinched here. It's all coming to fruition, and now it's a 3v2 as they get the bomb plant down. This should be an easy defense if they play their cards right, and already down to 19 HP. Alex, you got to run for the hills, baby. They are hot on your heels.
Yeah, post plant very much set up here. Crossfire's down as well. No real post plant utility to utilize for the moment here. Not going to have any sort of shock bolts here. We're not going to need him. Tonito going to grab the first. This Klex will fall. Leaves DVX alone towards heaven now. Darts out. It's spotted. The wallbang's not going to come through. Able to land one. A second as well. There's a chance for this now. DVX, he's been gifted 2 kills. Looking for the peak to hell, but it's Vibrosa to finish the job. The Sova stands strong. And this offensive team had got themselves the first round.
That was terrifying for just a moment there. It looked like DVX entered the Matrix there, tagged by the dart, and somehow didn't get hit by a single shot through the wall bang. Picks up 2 for himself, but as he plummets from the heaven position, Vibrosa is there. He is the gargoyle, and he does not let anyone pass.
Not getting past indeed, and now we're gonna see a bit of a buy-up here come through. A typical procedure for the second round. Full saves across the board on the other side of things. So honestly, the goal just to keep some guns alive.
Yeah, surprising to see not a single pistol even being bought up there, but it looks like they are just coordinated as a team. If you're going to do something, you might as well do it together. And so the next round is what they're banking it all on. Question is, how many guns can they drop this round if they do actually move on to this C site? Instead, Bruno kind of hesitating, not really sure if he wants to pull through all the way. Got the Marshal for long as Tonito. He already picks up the first. And it looks like this should be a pretty free take of the C side. Oh, a lot of damage onto DVX as he tries to clutch in the corner. They already have a sense that he's there. Did they hear the molly instead? Easy cleanup there. 2v5. No one's dropped a gun just yet. And somehow I'm getting the suspicion that no one will be dropping a gun this round.
Yeah, not looking quite likely so far. Bolt's not going to gather his information towards 2B Link just yet. Criddle to work their way up first. Chance for something here, does have the dash available. Recon as well for Seon, but as you've mentioned, a very fortified post plan here. Most of this team's gotten themselves along as well, so going to prove very difficult here for the Stingers. It's Seon out.
Hey.
Criddle around to CT, able to grab one, so at least one gun dropped, maybe a second with the bolt, a second as well. Definitely no time for the defuse, but a little bit of value coming through. Zeta looking to clean up.
Yeah, he'll definitely take that. A full save, 2 guns dropped. That's a lot more damage than you were expecting, especially when it came down to a 2v5. I mean, at that point, you're pretty much just throwing your hands up in the air saying, we'll get him next time, boys. Gotta just think towards the next round. But hey, picking up 2 guns on the back end, you will definitely take that any day of the week if you're in that position. And now with the full rifles, if they win this round, it's going to be some pretty difficult economic situations.
Yeah, most definitely. This bonus has turned from a bonus to a bit of a holding on for this attacking side now. Stuck on some stingers, but no rebuys are going to come through if they do go down in this round. So a chance to grab 2 here. If Augustana are able to win this one out, a chance to easily get straight back into this game for the Vikings. Criddle going to spot the Tasmanian Tiger on its rush down short. Information to be gained. Both only spotted 1 info they already had. So they don't really have anything cleared just yet to the A site. They know of the jet and that's it. Now they work their way over towards grass.
I love that. Creator just looking to the sky. Dart was by his feet the entire time into garage. They're going to hear the footsteps of Bruno, and he just gets clotheslined there. Alex waiting for him around the corner. Now he's going to pop the smoke just to make sure he can't get aggressed on from C long. I love this. doubling up Garage early on, knowing that they're not going to get pushed just yet. And with that, the 4v5, they just break off and they're able to support each other. Beautiful coordination. Let the numbers fall in their advantage early on.
Yep, numbers advantage, and now the opportunity to just post it up. Wanted to make sure they get this round, and of course, keep these guns alive. Switch the eco all the way over. Second bolt to come through. Kratos looked up this time, and it's gone just a bit too far. So once again, no info from the dart. Bird will gather info, though. No Kratos back of sight now. But I don't know if it's CT or if it's close. Paranoia will have no info for Kratos. Now they know he's left as he dashes away. Now the site taken, Vibrosa will be the one to plant. Seon gonna find one from heaven. Bolt down as well. As he shock darts towards site, able to tag Vibrosa just a bit. So Evan will get low here. Recon's through to site. Got info towards one at least. Now the rest banking towards CT. Building up here, waiting for the push to come through. Seon will find another one from heaven. Stonewall's out first, has one. Refrag hasn't come through just yet. Bird's able to grab one with the... I'm not sure he got that. I'm not sure he got that frag, but refrag quickly, nonetheless. Defuse to come through.
Wow, 4 still alive. That is a great swing back, and especially considering you damaged the other team's economy a bit earlier on. Augustana now has some difficult decisions to make as to whether they want to just force up this round despite 2 of their members not really being able to follow up there, especially Bruno not really having the greatest start to the game. If he had the knives, then it would be much more comfortable in this situation, but looks like most of them will be able to scrape together just enough to get through this round, even though Tonito will have to pick up just a Spectre, maybe some light armor and a Bulldog. It's not going to be the prettiest, but hey, maybe they make it happen and turn this thing around. Now that being said, we already have some early pressure towards Garage. They're willing to fight over this. That burst fire can be good when it comes to the tighter angles if you can just get a quick few dinks there. As Credo, man, look how aggressive they're playing on short every round. They are willing to take these fights, and that's one thing that was a bit of a mistake last round. They gave the Sova a lot of room to work with up in heaven, and he was able to get so much damage off the darts. He was able to get a wonderful recon bolt to really reveal so many players and to make it so difficult to hold. And you can already see they're willing to expend the drones so early on. That's minus 400 and minus a big tool for being able to take the site.
Yeah, that's kind of an issue with this composition in general. There's no real post-plant utility to try to lock that down when getting the plant in general, and afterwards trying to hold that site. They don't really have the utility other than these initial smokes to throw towards heaven. Once that smoke's gone, that's basically it. Kratos will take Zeta out of this one early, so that's the Omen gone. It's now still towards the back of the site. Flash to come through. That's 2 gone already. This guy's got 1 left in the inventory now, of course. Phoenix got 2 to play with as well, but the utility slowly dwindling for this team. They have to play out quickly. It's the only way this composition works for them so far. Can't get in. Have to donate 1 over to the flank watch. They don't have the Sentinel either for the flank. It's a limited composition, and when it is, it means the rotate has to come through.
Kreda's playing with so much confidence. The fact that he was willing to swing that wide when looking at A-Long, that is not something you see very often. As Seon now, he's going to try and post up on the defensive here. The flashbang will completely blind one, but he's looking the wrong direction. He's trying to clear out the site. Too many angles at once if he pays for it with his life. So he's able to fight back just for a little bit, but Stonewall is just that, taking down 2, and this round is as good as over. Bruno's on the flank, but I mean, what exactly can you get done here? You don't even have vision of the bomb. It's just a foregone conclusion.
Yeah, 4 gone indeed. At this point, just looking for exits, and Bruno realizes too easy to get overpowered there. Moves back towards heaven. Not even worth taking the initial peek. Just going to get the Vandal out of the round. But man, interesting call. Goes to the B site. Tries to find something there. Defense very quick to react. Able to quickly pinch that one away. Good job from Seon there. Holding his own towards the back of site. Throws the recon up. Gathers the information. Allows for DVX to swing through quite safely. Willing to bait back site, letting the Killjoy come through and get work done. Then an easy pinch to create that defuse. B-site very hard to hold when you've got the composition you do. It really requires you to play through. As soon as you get that plant down, you've got to be through link. Both links, in fact, and you got to be able to expand and get more frags. It's the only way the sites are going to get held for you when you don't have that central utility to throw down, and just doesn't come through. But now they're coming on their way through. Garage not to be. Alarm bot's got information. Pulled to go down. Bruno just barely able to get out of that one.
Oh yeah, and I like that you brought up Seon just living for as long as he can that last round. That's the reason that DVX was able to get such a free kill. You saw them trying to clear out back sites still, as DVX was just picking people apart, just able to shoot the back of their head, and that's a great feeling to have. And it all stems from that Sova being able to get all that information, stay alive, keep being a nuisance, prodding and poking at that A hit. or at that B hit, I should say, is Bruno will finally get access to Garage. He does get healed up by the Sky. Oh, Stonewall right on the other side of the smoke. He's playing a dangerous game right now, and he is not punished for it just yet. Out comes the Hunter's Fury. Seon gets one, tags another. Great value there. And Stonewall, are you kidding me? He's going to throw it in the plate. He's got a third headshot coming through. This man can't be stopped.
One more for the fans. Stonewall drops down. We'll take 2. And then one last for the ride. Bruno will fall as well. The squad not able to get into that one, and that's off a great Hunter's Fury. Some Seon coming over. Knows they've got to be pocketed towards Garage. Willing to take his chances with it, and very much rewarded for doing such.
Man, acrobatics there, just hopping out of the smoke, leaps and bounds as he takes 2 heads off, a third one just as the cherry on top, and Stonewall is feeling himself. The confidence in this squad, it looks like everyone is playing at, they know they should be here, they know they're one of the best teams out there, and they know they can beat anyone. Look at this. Credo just looking for even more. Okay, well, Caster Curse, Bruno rips his head off his shoulders, teaches him a lesson in humility, for just this round at least. And out comes the Cabbages. They want to find and quickly execute on the site before the rotations can come through, but there's already 2 ready to prevent this hit from coming in.
Yeah, Dog has significant information towards short. Running back to come down. Will get information back at site. Does see both. Allows for data to come through. Spots held. Refrag from Stonehall to come through. Barely able to dodge Fury. Should have heard the jump to corner, possibly. Depends on how loud the comms are over towards the long players. Guess they were pretty loud as Stonewall is able to find himself too. Making noise here from close cubby. Can he stay alive though? Stuck in the reload. Vipro's gonna come through to find 2. DVX from heaven though to seal the deal. Sending those lock sights down, and he's locking it down right there.
These guys are playing out of their mind, and that just goes to show you how confident. I keep saying this, but DVX, he just swings on him. Doesn't try and play any mind games, no jiggles needed. He is just going to take the fight, and he is going to win it. Stonewall, the only thing that stops him is him literally running out of bullets there. As you saw another disgusting flick as he tucks into the corner. And yeah, like you said, they should have been able to hear that drop or that jump up into the corner, but when you have all the noise going on, the Hunter's Fury, you hear the Hunter's Fury winding up, the bzzz, you know what I'm talking about. It makes it a lot more difficult to be able to actually identify where everyone's moving at there, and Stonewall gets away with murder as DVX already sees, takes the pressure of the early dart, but he shoots it out before it really detects anyone. So really, they're still left in the dark on the C side. They're able to pick up the ult orb at the very least, but they're not really gaining any ground off of this. And man, it's always sketchy to use the drones this early on. You're not really going to get a lot of information if they play it properly, and that's 400 credits. That adds up.
Adds up indeed, and definitely not feeling the bang for the buck there. A C-Long still very much occupied by the defense here. No value to be found from it. And on Nico as well, not the round you really want to be burning the creds on indeed. Still stuck towards spawn. Seon's been able to get a cheeky little angle, been able to sneak up. Thanks, Observer, for catching the angle and catching the frag as well. Critical to find one mid off camera. So 2 frags that come through early for the defense. Oh, and Bruno meets an alarm bot. Not the kind of meeting you want. Alex will take that one quite freely. And that leaves just 2.
Oh yeah, Sac State, they are feeling themselves. I keep saying that, but man, oh man. Look at the way they're playing right now. This is a save round. They do not care. They are hunting for the frags. And while Burnt Rice will be able to at least punish the one, they only drop a single round and they're only drop a single gun, and their economy is slowly being built here.
Being built indeed. And it just continues building 5 straight rounds. And at the very least, you've got the max loss bonus to play off of. So, you know, hey, I'm one for the positives, Tristan. So that's the only positive I'm seeing right now. It's just such a struggle, right? When you're playing as a team that has so much offensive utility. Even when you do get onto the site, you don't really have a way to hold the site once you've got it. But right now, we haven't even been seeing this team get onto the site in the first place. It's just been a real struggle to create windows, create opportunities. It's just a lack of real vision denial, only really having flashes to play off of. Just they have to be really coordinated here. They really have to tighten up the gaps.
And you can tell the aggressive play of Sac State is starting to wear on them. Look how defensively minded they are right now. They've barely even moved out from their spawn. And you can tell that last round, so many of the players for Augustana that dropped were not even looking the right direction. They just weren't expecting a lot of the angles being taken by Sac State, and I really think that's one of their strongest assets right now, being able to play confidently, even on some of the more unexpected angles. And as I say
They've
that, oh,
definitely
Stonewall,
been
stop
catching
it.
these teams off.
Stop it.
Oh, I want to see Stonewall catch more players off. And this is the
He
difference,
should
right?
hear this.
Tristan,
He should hear
he's
all
so
this.
patient in it too. Definitely hears all of this
Oh.
coming. Rotation started. This could be bad. This could be trouble.
Be terrible. Credo Killer not even
that's
giving
two
him the
through
chance
smoke?
to activate. No. Stop it, Stonewall. What are you on right now? These headshots, this spray control, the transfers, everything is there. Credo even chiming in with 2 through the smoke. How do you even react to this if you're Augustana? You have no shot at getting on a site.
That's a hard one to come back from. Stonewall is able to play that perfectly. Takes a sweet time, doesn't jump in the window too early, willing to hear the footsteps go a little bit down long, hears them move their way down into tons, and then starts to advance forward. Catches them right after the initial 2 frags through smoke, right when they're turning around thinking, hey, maybe it's time to get out of here. Oh, no, you ain't going nowhere. He's there for the 3K, a flawless round to come through, and that eco, as you mentioned, Tristan, it just keeps on growing.
Oh yeah, quick into garage, already the blind coming out, and Zeta's been doing a great job of getting a lot of players hit with these blinds. There's been at least 2 or 3 kills of a player that's stuck in the paranoia, can't really react to it. So as I say that, Alex is thinking about making some re-aggression towards garage. Normally I'd say that's ill-advised, but with the way they're playing right now, Stonewall making it happen over and over again. He will be put to rest finally. So need to relieve him of duty. But DVX towards the back of the site, if they want to kill this Killjoy ultimate, they're going to put themselves in the line of fire. And DVX, he has got the positioning perfect. Down pat, and it's a 1v3. Bruno, you've got a lot of work to do. And even though he wastes a knife on the dart, still gets revealed, still gets tagged up. And at 54 HP, it was only a matter of time. Through the wall, Alex finishes the round, polishes it off with a 3-piece.
All right, Tristan, 7-2 here. What does this roster do? With so much offensive utility, how do they get into the site?
Man, well, first off, you can't let these flanks come in so easily. Stonewall is moving with so much confidence, and a lot of the times they're committing so many of their teammates to watching a single angle early on. I think maybe a default would be a little bit better for them, and if you want to use the drone out of Vibrosa, you have to get him in a better position a little bit further up so that drone can get meaningful information on the site. So far, he's droned from very far back, hasn't really been able to tag anyone meaningful, and if he does, they just have so much space they can evacuate the area completely safe. As I say that, Stonewall now getting forced into the back of the site. The rotations are coming through, but he is going to be alone for just a little bit longer. What can he make happen as Vibrosa? He's got an idea of what's coming in on the flank. Alex is able to start the round off right. As we see Credo Killer, he is right around the corner and not look at the right way. Vibrosa gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar yet again. Burnt Rice fighting back. He does have 2. But I mean, in the end, it's only 2. The rest of his team didn't get a single kill on that take.
Yeah, no kills to be found. Now they've traded places here. Burnt Rice has to try to play his way back in, and he walks straight into DVX, headed out of garage, looking back towards the site. And that's an 8th round to be collected here for Sacramento State. The trend continues on for an 8th round now. It's hard to play the B site. It's just very, very difficult to get yourself into it. And when Stonewall is back there consistently berating you with flashes, and the rest of the team walks their way up A short and is there on the flank, even the drone itself, it creates 2 players sitting back there grass, looking the wrong way, not able to help Burnt Rice get into sight. And it really split up the site take. It forced them to play with significantly less firepower moving into the site. There was no trades to come through. It's like there's no trade there. Seon's going to walk away with a kill onto Bruno. Criddle's looking for one of his own. Flash will gather information. Still players out towards long. He goes out. Will get caught. Spikes down. This eco might not be going anywhere.
Crispy as ever with the headshots, and I gotta say, I love that W key gun buddy because that's really how it feels like they've been playing so far this game. They are living up to their equipment here, as already the numbers getting chipped down more and more. Alex, once again, he always seems to be on that kill feed in one way or another. Zeta is using such a defensive blind, even hit his teammate. It's really going from bad to worse as Burnt Rice is the last man stuck in the corner. Will be able to get 2. He's playing a little rat game there, and no one was looking the right way, so he is able to cause some economic damage. But even then, I mean, what's economic damage to what's essentially 5 Jeff Bezos in the other team?
It's like when Jeff Bezos built his mansion, he parked his car on the street and constantly took parking tickets. Because what's a parking ticket to him? It's the exact same story here. What is a rebuy to this team? They can rebuy for the rest of this half, which is now down to this final round, looking to take it to 10-2 here. But hey, 9-3 might just be what this team needs, because we all know the 9-3 curse is real, Tristan.
Oh yeah, but if you're Jeff Bezos, can't you just buy your way past the 9-3 curse? It looks like they've been getting quite a few parking tickets from Burnt Rice, but unfortunately for them, it's not been working out. This round though, Augustana could be trying to make it to that 9-3 mark. The early pick will work out for them this time around. Gonna try and get some information. That seems to be the name of the game. They're so worried about information that they're willing to just expend so many of their ultimates just to try and figure out where they are. Instead, this time around, though, the timing is working out in their favor. The off shot, the C pick, it looks like it slowly seems to be falling apart for at least the last round of the half. And Augustana, if anything, a comeback all starts with a momentum shift.
Yeah, it's good to have it, especially going into that halftime. Gives you a little bit of momentum as you try to play your pistol. And we call that one the difference between confidence and arrogance there, right? They've been a confident team. And I mean, of course, you're 9-2. You've been fragging out like crazy. Of course, you go for those early peaks. But once you start to peak a little bit too far, you get a little bit too arrogant. You allow that offensive team to get free picks and then take sights off of it. Ult to come through. Not going to spot anything over towards the mid area. I'd be looking for a bit of a flank to come through. Bruno shot just a little bit off the money. This should be a post plant. Much too hard to lose.
Oh yeah, Zeta. He's taking his time. Very patient on this, which could be to a fault if it was a quick retake, but it's working out perfectly right now. They're a little bit siphoned off. They can't really make it happen as a move. Bruno, he wants to get himself onto the site. This is where Zeta can come in. This should be a free cleanup. Even then, I don't even think they have enough time to defuse it, even if there was no one live.
Yeah, most definitely not. Don't even really get into the retake until there's about 10 seconds left on that timer. Way too much time on the defuse to try to take out 3 or 4 members and then hold bombs. So definitely, you see he jumps on the site, going for the stick defuse, and hey, no way you're getting that one. No way that team's leaving sight. So that one's just going to be chalked up to what it was. Now we move to an offensive scenario here for the defending champions, and then we'll see if these underdogs can pull off with not a ton of defensive utility, to say the least.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an uphill battle. Seems to be a mountain to climb at this point when it comes to a map like Haven, which isn't really all that defender-sided compared to some of the other maps in this game. So you really need this pistol round, if anything. It's going to be all eyes on some of the attack going on right now, or on some of the defensive oriented minds going out right now. Stonewall leading the charge as he's been doing so far. Metaphorically this game, he has been on the front lines making it happen as Vibrosa, just with the shock darts, already able to eliminate one. That is ridiculous utility usage.
Okay, so we've got an advantage here. Sight is going to be lost in the process though. So spikes down. 45-second timer is a go. They do have the extra member for the retake. Stonewall getting it a right click, gets one low. Ooh. Alex will take one all the way to the grave as Burnt Rice will fall back to C long.
What?
A second as well. Zeta's right click, it's not good. Unfortunate to see, and now suddenly the retake has been shuttered before it can even make its way over to the site. Bruno, a couple pop shots, hasn't really found what he was looking for. Flash in now from the sky. They've got to get frags off of it. Alex, the frenzy is creating an absolute frenzy of its own. Good for 3. Crito and Seon will combine for the final 2. Now it's 10-3. The pistol, they just can't secure it. And suddenly, things are looking dire.
Alex, that may not be the final nail in the coffin, but I gotta tell you, it's one of them. He has got the hammer in tow, and man, oh man, that frenzy looked like an absolute golden weapon right there. The Midas touch, some people getting 3. I mean, the guy was on 1 shot for like the last 2 kills. I have no idea how he manages to live through that engagement. And Seon, don't you do it, you dirty dog, bringing out that judge. How could you? This is just rude. This is crueler than usual. Wait, where'd the judge go? Okay, he sold it. We'll take that. A little bit of honor still restored.
Oh, but the judge with the Bucky, eh? I got my money on the judge any day of the week. Bruno, they're going to hear it. He shot dart with it, so they know that it's there. Doggo gather info, cuts it back a sight. The peek out comes through. Sion will take that one, or Credo actually will steal it from him, but nonetheless, they have the frag. Alex will take down Vibe.
Oh, no.
Oh, another one. This man is crazy with spray weapons. DVX will take one as well. Tanito all alone now and getting absolutely chased down. The bolt first and Sion to finish the job. A flawless anti-eco. Here comes the bonus, and they've got a lot of guns to play with for it.
Wow, wow, wow. That was a demolition derby right there. That was beautifully done from everyone involved. And I mean, Alex just coming alive. He has not been missing a single shot, it feels like, on the second half. Whether it be him facing you, facing the opposite direction, his quick flicks are just really making all the difference in some of these rounds right now.
Oh, I forgot to mention, Tristan, they forced. So they don't even have money.
Oh, man.
It's not even a bonus.
That's insult to injury.
It's just another round.
Yikes.
So now we're playing for overtime here, which is gonna be 12-3 scoreline unless something absolutely wild happens. We'll see a chance for Vibrosa to find a right click. It's not to be. Crit will take it down and they'll push their way into sight. The C site gone just like that. Plant to come down in just a minute here. Hey Tristan, I think maybe they won the title for a reason.
Yeah, hope's slowly starting to drain from some eyes right now, if I have to be honest. But we've seen some crazy comebacks, and a game like Valorant provides for a lot more shifts than you know, games like CS:GO, where you'd see if someone's up 12-3 in CS:GO, I'm pretty much considering that game done and dusted. But in Valorant, you kind of always have that hope on the back burner. But right now, it's just looking like a complete domination from Sac State. They are really firing on all cylinders, and their coordination, along with their straight gunplay, has been just gorgeous, crisp, clean.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal team. Absolutely here, and they've been doing such a great job of playing util together. If you've been watching the kill feed, every time you see an assist come through, it's that agent icon behind that initial larger icon, and that assist doesn't necessarily come through damage done. It can also come through utility use, whether that's a smoke to block off, whether that's a pull, whether that's recon bolt to come through from the Sova, and we've seen a lot of that consistently for this team. All that to say, they've just had great util, and they've been playing around each other really, really well, which has been allowing for those assists to come through, whether it's flying players on site, whether it's gathering extra information. Here's another good execute to come through. Colin Divide gonna block off all of CT.
Oh, look at this utility.
Forces Vibrosa to get stuck back sight, stuck in the pole. The assist to come through, one with the bolt and one with the pole as well from the Astrostone. Wally will pick that one up. That's gonna be sight taken. The post plant, it's pretty strong with this composition as well.
Look at that utility usage. Vibrosa was a dead man the moment that Gravity Well came out. This is just clinical. This is textbook. I'm loving every second of watching Sac State right now.
Oh. Rice drops out of hell. Alex will pick it up. Credo will finish the job. It's a flawless round for a team that looked almost flawless. 3 rounds bled out, but nonetheless, minor scrapes for this roster. So defending champs look to go 3-0 here. One more map to go, though. We move to Split. We'll see what the story is there, because we got to see something come out of these guys.
I hope you guys at home watching this are enjoying it, because that was some gorgeous Valorant we got to witness today, especially considering the two rounds out of the 3 that Augustana picked up were the pistol round and the following eco. The first 2 rounds of the game. And then after that, here comes the steamroll of a train. That is Sac State, which, I mean, their top 3 fraggers were just looking indomitable. Stonewall, Credo Killer, Alex, even Seon was having such high impact on every round. DVX, even in his own right, although his scoreline may not have showed it, I mean, this Killjoy, a lot of the usage comes in the utility, and it really feels like whatever call, whatever decision they made, they did it as a team, they did it with coordination, and they did it with the utmost confidence.
Yeah, clinical Valorant indeed, and as you mentioned, confidence all the way through until what was that 3rd round that got won, which was round number 12, which really was just a little bit of overconfidence, and sometimes that happens when you're winning. And then quickly, the reins pulled right back. The next pistol got right back into it, played together once more. It's the roster meshing quite well together and using that util effectively. As you mentioned, hey, this school has 5 Valorant rosters. This is the number 1 one. And hey, when you have the much talent to field from, it's not surprising to see such a talented squad come out today. But we'll jump to a quick break. Then we'll head to map number 2. We'll see if this team has any juice left in the tank and what they got to bring to us on Split. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Broken, I couldn't acquire 2 cents, and now I got 2 rents. They were sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head. What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 Wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to. Back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents, and now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head. What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 Wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It is Tristan, it is Catnator. After a riveting game one, which the scoreline did not look so close, but really it was a treat to watch that either way because Sac State really just gave us an instructional video on how to play Haven to a T. Now, joining me again, Catnator. How do you feel about that last match? And do you think there's what major changes? I know it's going to be difficult as a team that just lost 3-12, but if you're coaching here, what kind of changes do you want to see being made here?
Well, personally, I think we start from the very beginning of the game. I'm not talking round one. I'm not talking the pistol. I'm talking the agent selection.
Oh.
No. I'm talking the agent selection. No, maybe a little pre-match aim labs, but we don't have to worry about that right now. Just you gotta compose your roster a little bit better, man. Like, look, comfort picks are a huge thing, right? Like, it's very important that whatever agent you're playing, you're going to be comfortable on because that is going to give you the best performance out of your roster. But it's also important that they can cover their bases. And we just saw a team that just played utility that didn't mesh super well together, really struggled to combo, and then didn't really give them a ton of options. It created room where players really needed to do something solo-oriented. And if you're outclassed by your opponent, which is okay to be, there is nothing wrong with being mechanically outclassed as long as a team, you are able to play around that and play better strategies. But when you're forcing someone to try to go into a 1v1 and win it against a better player, you're going to have troubles. And that's kind of what we saw. So we just need to see a more team-oriented play. And then we see a team really try to play more around each other, try to be a little bit more connected, try to get a little bit cleaner executes. But I believe they're starting on the defense. So maybe that fares better.
Yeah, and on a map like Split, being able to get your confidence up because it is so defensively sided, if you can go up in rounds, maybe you get that confidence boost you needed because we saw a little bit of timid play come Haven. You saw the entire team grouping up around some of those early peaks because they were afraid to take them, without the support of all of their teams. So maybe if you get those early rounds starting to roll on the defensive side of Split, that is where everything starts to click and your team feels a little bit better because it can be intimidating to go against a 2-0 defending champions of the league when you're such a young roster, when you're still new to the school. And maybe it is just a matter of confidence. It always has to be factored in when you're on some of these matches that are broadcasted, when you're in the public's eye. And hey, what better way to pick it up than one of the most defensively sided maps in the game, Split?
Yeah, defensively sided. They are indeed starting on the defense, a side that we don't know how they fare on. We didn't get to see much of it, so now we're going to have that chance to check it out. As you mentioned, they are that club roster. They're coming out just for the love of the game because they love it so much and being able to give their school scholarships next year. But this year, these guys are just playing because they love to. And having to go take the love of the game up against a school that is very heavily supported right now can prove to be difficult. But hey, chance to bounce back now. New map, new me, as the saying goes. We'll see what they have to bring to the table, but I just think it's a competition thing. I really do. Maybe that's me sipping on the copium, Tristan. But I think that maybe that one just came down to what was in the server.
Yeah, and I mean, there were definitely some questionable picks there that, at the same time, it is always easy to, if they lost the game, we can definitely say, oh, bad picks, but at the same time, when you win the game, it's a lot easier to kind of do the mental gymnastics to justify some of the picks. But definitely the first, not the latter. That game, we're gonna be getting into lobby in just a moment here. But man, man,
how about now?
I am hoping to see a heavy shift here because I would love to see a 3-game series. This to be moved all the way as we see Vibrosa this time picking up the Omen. Bruno back on the Jet. Killjoy coming out, should be on both sides, Split being one of Killjoy's most dominant maps, and looks like the Sage just being brought through all the way here. No complaints to me about the team comp this time around for Augusta, or Augustana, I should say.
Yeah, not too bad indeed. Like we mentioned, comfort picks are definitely a thing. If you're more comfortable on the Omen, go ahead, run it. It is definitely easier to hit the button once and throw the smoke out than it is to throw 2 poles in mid, one over towards garage, one over towards A main, then keep an eye on it the whole game, and then throw Nova pulses, and it's just a whole mess. It's a big brain agent for sure. So Omen is totally fine. It's a very dimensional composition. As you mentioned, Tristan, I've got no problems. We'll see what's happening on the other side. Right now, a couple decisions will be made by Sayon. He's going to jump out the Reyna. I don't have a problem with that for Sayon. I think playing another duelist is fine because he's been fragging. As long as you're fragging on the duels, run it. Throw the Rays down as well. So they're definitely going to be playing a much faster offense here. Makes the defense a little bit more difficult, but as long as they play heavily towards the retake, she'll be fine because they've got this guy to work with as well. I like this. I think we've got kind of the old school split composition up against the new school, right? I think this attacking side is really the current meta we've seen start to shape out around the North American scene. But hey, if you feel comfortable with this composition, I think you'll be just fine.
And last second the Reyna was switched off to the Jet, which is kind of a bummer. I really would have liked to see the Reyna actually. I think Reyna is just so much fun to watch. The crazy plays you can make with the Devour with the Empress up. But hey, Jet's still plenty exciting to watch as well. And Raze on this map. I love seeing Raze when she is applicable. Some of the new maps being a lot bigger, a lot more spacey. It's definitely more difficult to make the agent work. But on maps like Split, Haven, mainly Bind, that's where Raze can shine and make a big impact there. And I always love to see some of the lesser played agents get their time to shine. Now, big difference between these two comps. There is a Killjoy for Burnt Rice, no Killjoy on the side of Sac State, which I really do think Killjoy is a fantastic pick. Did face a couple of nerfs come the recent patches, so maybe that's the justification for kind of pivoting off the pick. But I mean, it's Killjoy after all. Those nanoswarm grenades on the B site are just ridiculously difficult to get through.
Yeah, absolutely. And the nerfs, not enough of a nerf to dissuade anyone from playing her. Definitely, I think there's a conversation around. Okay, Cypher's back, ladies and gentlemen. It's here. We finally have an even matchup. I don't think that was the case at all. I think she's still really the same agent. I think if anything, it just put her more in balance with what she should be able to do against offenses. So I really think there's no problems there at all. I will say I think they can get away with not playing the Killjoy because they have the Astra instead. But as you mentioned, not having the Reyna now, not having that self-heal agent, it really puts a lot more pressure on the Jet player to stay alive when that's an agent that should relatively be dying. That's just what a Jet does. A Jet goes in, Jet dies, go kill. You don't kill, whatever. So we'll see.
That analysis. Jet goes,
but if they're
Jet
fragging, it's cool.
But Jet maybe not.
They
die.
do. They do.
Maybe
That's the Jet. That's the Jet way. The lifestyle.
Just smork Jet players. A little bit of a default this time, which is
very
pretty uncharacteristic considering how last game was. It was very just group up push type of action here, but Stonewall now just slowly inching his way forward. Burnt Rice choosing to take the off angle instead of kind of getting those jiggles back and forth. And when he does decide to go aggressive, he's gonna get a quick headshot. Doesn't take a single point of damage. Stonewall though, he actually takes the player out from heaven. Seon as well, chiming in with one mid. This is all going the way of Sac State as it looked to be a little bit messy at first. Nice
you like fakes?
Oh yeah.
Because this thing's headed to the A side, baby. And Viper Rosa, he was not at all surprised. He stayed up backside. He picked himself up one.
Man.
Looking to get more. Another right click as well, and he's not done just yet. It's two more to the back of the side. Here's the plant go down. If he can stop it, he can win the round here, but it's not going to happen. Critter will take him down, so the plant will go down securely, but very low players and a lot of time left to start this retake. Does Bruno check Stonewall? He does. Nice to pick as well. Enough health in the tank as well. This one definitely doable for the retake. Are the frags on point is the question.
This is so intense. Low HP on several members, all funneled in towards the back of the site. There is no way around it. You're gonna have to win this round by gunfire through the fire and the flames. Here comes Bruno. Bruno meets him with a headshot. It's a 2v1. Can't seem to land the shots. Burnt Rice. It all comes down to this. He knows where he is. 4 HP, but he pulls the knife out. He had no idea. Alex was behind the sign the entire time. He thought the turret would be able to see him if he was in that position. Wow. What a round one.
What a round one indeed. The pistol round bait and switch after you secured all of B site is crazy. Absolutely crazy strat. The strat calling clearly advanced here, and that you gotta give credit to the respect that this team obviously still feels for their opponent after map number 1. But a bit confusing, right? I mean, they found the first initial frags rather quickly. They sent everybody out garage. Almost certainly the round's getting one regardless. But hey, a win's a win in my book. So we move into round number 2. Barbarossa back screen once again. This time they're not even giving him a chance for frags. He gets double satcheled on. Credo will take him down with the Spectre. That's going to be site secured. Bruno's out Rafter and gone from the lobby just like that. As Stonewall will finish that one off. 2 still to heaven, but struggling to get out Alex just barely gonna avoid death there. 6 HP to the name. Now under hell. The squad on nothing but classics.
Oh.
Just getting mowed down.
Man, shout out to the observers. I feel like we're catching every kill here, despite how quickly they're coming in. Seon picks up 2 on the back end and get you a team that can do both. The first round full of fakes, full of slow-paced strategy. Then the second one just turning the tempo up to 100 as we see the double blast pack onto the site for the opener. And what better way to get yourself easy access than that? That was a lot of fun to watch. Credo Killer is still as confident as ever, and this man is a natural-born killer as 2 rounds already picked up by Sac State. They're getting the ball rolling early on the attacking side at that.
This one's going down mid rather quick, Tristan.
Oh yeah,
because all they gotta do is break the wall, and they're in. They can double satchel one to rope. They can flash B heaven, and they should be in rather quickly. The wall hasn't even gone up yet. It's not gonna be there in time. Wall's gone just like that. One will definitely satchel into rope here and get control. Doesn't even need to. Able to take the kill through smoke. And it's already secured. This team knows how quick they can play. Inspector's so good close range, spray-wise. Already through. Just got to find Burnt Rice now. Here stuck towards Pillar. He'll get double satchel on as well. Credo is just jumping off, folks. And he'll take him down. They've got themselves another site secured. And now 2 left for the retake.
Credo just Goomba stomped him on the site there from the skies. As we see the last 2 players funneled in towards heaven. I really don't like their chances. Honestly, you may just be better off going for a save here because especially on the B site, when you have this many players watching those angles, it's just so difficult to break through. And Vibrosa, I hope you can keep this gun because if we talked about a 4-gone conclusion, this is about to be a 5-gone because he is the last man standing and it doesn't look like he's long for the world. He's just tucking himself into the corner, wants to peek back out, but here comes the cavalry. Everyone staring him down, hungry for blood and hungry for a little weapon upgrade. That the Phantom picked up and a lot of economy gained just because they didn't even have to buy that round. They simply picked up the weaponry off the corpses of their foe.
Yeah, like my mama always said, ain't no price better than free. There was a lot of free weaponry picked up in that round number 3. So now this team gonna be looking around number 4. Already got a lot of money in that piggy bank and don't even have to break it to get themselves the buy-up into this round. Do you have a couple Bulldogs, a Spectre to play with? But the way they've been playing Spectres against guns, that shouldn't be an issue for them. Bruno is sitting here on what is a hero operator.
Ooh.
Hey, it's worked out for one. That's allowing them to pick up that weapon if the Omen's able to peek up for it. It's gonna be a struggle though. Has to play.
I don't know if he wants it.
Stonewall's right around the corner. Hey, the ops there to support it, but the angle's not super great. Bruno can't find the other one. Flicks a little bit too far. Ends up eating a lot of paint off the wall. Not quite what he's looking for there on the shot. Vibrosa to the back of the site still, but he plays the spot every single round. They certainly know. Bruno's able to find a second. They're gonna clear him. Oh, he gets him low, but not able to finish. Alex Stone will take one as well in the meantime. Found 2 picks. Back to site once again. Potential for the retake, but the option's gone just like that. The flank from Stonewall to come through. Zeta now towards heaven, stuck with the judge. He's got satchels. He can make something happen, but it's stuck in the slow. Good hold for heaven coming through from Stonewall. Such smart plays. 1 bullet in the operator. The shot's good as well. So he's good for 3. And Alex will finish the job. It was looking dangerous for just a minute, but now it's even freer. A $4,700 gun has been picked up for the small price of 0 credits.
Your mother is smiling right now watching this game. She must be watching this game because when you talk about free being the best price, they are getting a whole lot of free right now. 4 rounds in the bank. They are enjoying themselves on Sac State. The operator upgrade. I mean, what more could you even ask for at this point? Bruno, it was a bit of a risky buy to pick up that operator. You definitely fork over a lot of cash when your teammates don't really have the weaponry to support you, but knowing that he's going to have the knives available last round, he was able to expend it a little bit more, and wow. Yeah, Karma. Seon decides to meet the other end of that operator duel, killing him with his own weapon. That's a little bit insulting, I can't lie. Now Zeta takes his place up in heaven, but they don't even want it. They will not indulge him, and instead it's the counter boost over the wall. I love it. I am loving what Sac State is putting down right now. There is only a single person playing back towards mid. Oh, but Zeta has the judge. This could be huge. Wait a second. He hears the wall. They don't see him at all. The first is dead. He's got a second. Oh, he is taken down by Credo. Trades out the imposter. But 2 kills. I mean, that's more than you could ask for in that situation. And with only a 1,500 credit weapon, you really bring this round back into fruition, back into the realm of possibilities. DVX now. It's going to clear out Heaven. Going to realize there's no one here. They've abandoned it. They're all playing towards CT. They're playing so defensively right now. Just not really willing to give up any kills. And they do have a player that's pushed all the way through towards mid. We'll have some decent positioning here, but this is kind of terrible timing. He's back towards mid while they're heading out onto C.
I was nervous there for a moment, but the wall's in the way. Team is out just in time to spot Credo. Gets the shots early, but not quite able to connect them. So will fall. Lockdown's going to go down, but it leaves all of backside open. So we almost certainly know where this party is going to be headed. One towards Pillar. Credo doesn't care about the lockdown. Willing to go out for one. Not able to find the second. Brent Rice from Garage looking for the wall bang. Not quite able to find it. Knows where one is. Thinks the other one might be there as well, but we know better. We know they might be over towards CT. DVX to walk around the corner. Starting the crossfire. It's looking good. This team not playing any sort of games here. Looking to win out strong. This Brent Rice to play forward. Makes lots of noise. Pre-fires towards the back of sight. And Alex will take that one any day of the week. It's 5-0.
You can just see Burnt Rice starting to feel desperate there as he just abandons all sense of, secrecy, any sense of strategy behind his retake. He just starts sprinting, realizing the bomb is taking lower and lower, and they are not giving him any kind of peek. He no longer had the ultimate, placed it a little bit too far back inside a garage. All of backside, like you said, was open. CT could be pushed. There was just too many escape routes there for that lockdown to really be useful. And this is kind of going from bad to worse right now as we see another save round for the side of Augustana.
Yeah, but Zeta's got another judge, so I'm feeling pretty good about this. The double satchel towards mid, 2 easy picks to be gained for the Rays. He never loses. Oh, the timing! Got one.
You're right. He doesn't lose these.
Pagels get another. Oh, this is huge. That's 2 guns gone. Not recoverable, though. Not in the spot they're going to be able to get to. The wall to come through. Stonewall has just been the dad of the team. Just making sure that everything's secured on the back lines.
Double flanks.
Walling and slowing off. Flanks to come through, but not really able to get anything. Credo should have this one secure. Got the first. Oh, not the second, though. Barbosa stopped it. That's all the guns in mid. They could play 2 to CT, go to mid, grab 3 weapons, and have a real shot at this retake.
Uh-oh, Stonewall, and you're gone. Bruno is just meeting the business end of every one of Stonewall's attempts here, and with him pushed so far into CT, now there's just all those questions that have to be answered. They have to clear out CT again. They have to rethink their strategy on the retake, and all that time they're spending is given Zane on the easiest flank of his life. Stonewall as well, getting the better of Zeta's timing as soon as he pulls out the nade. How many times has that happened in this game already?
Second time this round.
It's definitely a little bit of bad luck involved in some of Augustana's failings, but at the same time, you can't really take anything away from Sac State with the way they're playing right now. They are just natural-born killers. They are assassins working together in cold blood, and Stonewall is just seemingly omnipresent. He's there for the res, there for the pushes, there to fall back to his teammates on site, not giving up the trades. And this man is not only playing with hands, he is playing with his head. Big brain plays all around. And it is paying dividends as we see Bruno trying to get an early peek onto him, but Stonewall once again just standing there, unable to be hit like the Stonewall he is.
Yeah, and the Duels are so blessed to have a player like Stonewall on their team. It really has allowed them to just full focus, zone in on kills, because they know their Sage in the backline is going to have their back secured regardless. It's a huge difference. They're able to find one. That's perfect timing on the Astra smoke to come up. The Nebula comes through just in time. That's a hard play to make, especially when you're over towards A main. It's to find one. Zeta going to pick one back up. And somehow, once again, the Raze comes up with a key frag, able to push the squad off for the moment being. Spike recovered easily. Chance to walk out as well. So DVX will get to leave. They have all of mid control. They can regroup here. Showstopper available. We know how good Credo's been the entire game, so definitely room to work with here. Stonewall's down. Timing. Here's the footsteps. Has one. Bruno's gone. Once again, securing zones is Stonewall. He'll slow one and throw the wall down as well. Guarantees no easy access from the CT side. Now they just have to worry about Heaven in Garage. Gonna go down. And they still have lots of utility to utilize here for the post.
And it just feels like Stonewall is always getting the better timing out of everyone. That's just because of how confident and how aggressive he is on some of these pushes. Tonito not expecting him to be so up close and personal, but that's just what Stonewall does. He's willing to take any and every fight you give him, but at the same time, he knows his limits. He knows where he should be and how to make sure he can still secure the round. Zeta trying to get on top of the wall, fails the blast pack, and now that activates Stonewall. He is feeling comfortable, maybe a bit too comfy, as Zeta does lay him down. Still, not a lot of time in this bomb. They have to push the pace, and right now, it is going to give free peeks to DVX and 33 HP. Zeta, he's got his work cut out for him, and already from 2 different angles, he is just going to tail it on out of there. Tail tucked between his legs and 33 HP in the bank. He really just has to hope to keep this gun in his hands.
Yeah, most certainly will. Not wanting to play for the exit, which is interesting, honestly. If you're up 7-0, you've got that much money in the bank, you might as well try to grab the gun down. Predators are getting nothing into this round. Now, at least they've got one gun onto the save. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I guess it really doesn't matter that much. But hey, it's rough. What you're supposed to do, right? It's the fundamentals. Don't let them have that gun. But you know what? I respect the sportsmanship there. Giving him a little bit of hope going into this round. Now he's got full armor.
Small bit of fun.
He's got the gun. He'll peek down B early. Won't see anything. So A main going to be the target. This one's coming quick. Cobbing Divide gonna block off all of heaven. Gets a little bit of screens as well. And Ramp's gonna hear nothing, even though it's pretty obvious where this one's headed. Sight gonna be taken already. Burnt Right's close corner. Peeks out with the classic. A little bit farther than he would have liked to be. Cradle spot the head. He's got one early. Sight taken. Plant goes down. Dog spots one. Retake already looking rough. We'll see if the pistols can get done.
Yeah, and I mean, this is a little bit hard to watch at this point. Is Saiyan, he's having a grand old time just dashing forward into heaven. Zeta can't win the fight. Saiyan's just having more and more of a great time. Stonewall chimes in. The last player towards heaven will eventually pistol him down. Tonito gets to have a tiny bit of fun, not before he's dead. His teammate's dead. He gets to watch him die twice, and it's Sac State just looking at a 13-0 right now, if I'm being completely honest.
Good execute. Very good execute to come through. Cobbing Divide, attention to detail, really. Not just getting heaven, but also getting that entrance to screen, making sure that if one is playing back there, if the gun that they did end up buying from Zeta, who typically is playing A main or around the A site somewhere, if he is possibly watching cross, he's not going to get anything. Allows him to walk into sight, nades back through, smokes to come through, guarantees that they're able to get there, even though it is just one lonely player towards elbow. Still going through the executions, going through the motions of it. Just impressive to see from this team. Being able to find one early. So Operator finding value towards the back of the B site. Potential for this round here. Still showstopper available for both raises here. It's been 2 or 3 rounds now since that's been a thing. And it won't be a thing anymore, as Criddle barely able to survive.
Now he's dead.
This should kill. Tries to satchel away. Not quite far enough. It has been snuck up rather close here. Gotta get flashed. DVX will reap the rewards. And we'll head away now. Meet up with the rest of the gang who's hanging out at the ramen shop.
I don't know about you, but I think I found myself in the position where I'm rooting for Augustana just out of pure principle, just because they're having a rough time. Oh, Bruno can't land the shot. It's a 4v3. This could be their best shot yet at it, bringing the round home. Nice. Make it a 4v2. Bruno making his presence known.
Huge.
He got the second. Beautiful 3-piece on the round. And a 3-piece and a soda is always what you want to see as DVX will just use those Seekers. He may be bottom of the leaderboard, but he is still looking fantastic so far on the day. And he wants to stomp out what little hope Augustana have been able to gather for themselves on this round win. This potential round win, I should say. I never want to count him out just yet. He's running out of utility, though. He has the last bird used. 4 plays on the round. Doesn't really have much of a shot here. Is well-timed in the paranoia there. Vibrosa doing a good job there of holding it until they have confirmation on the location.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the start of a movement. I don't know if you remember, but one map ago, we saw a team win 8 in a row after winning their first round of the game. So who's not to say this is the same situation? It's about to be a tied game. Everybody sit down, pop the popcorn. Augustana College fans rise. This is your moment. Bruno is chasing the kills. Back to A main.
Woo!
Moved a little bit earlier in that one. Was feeling a little excited, but do not worry. He's repositioned. Looking to find another one here. Out of the smoke is going to be Seon. Finally, the ultimate is going to come out for Credo. Hasn't spotted anything in the back of the site, but has cleared space. So it will secure the plant nonetheless. For the moment being, it is just going to be heaven control held for this team as they try to work their way back in. Wall to go down, instantly broken. Information to be gained, though, for Stonewall, who here's the reload, able to find one in a second as well. The Sage shows up when she needs to. Seon gonna pick up one. Traded back by the off of Bruno, but he's got more work to get done here if they want to retake this one. Dog's got info. Zeta's out close. Nade in the hands once again. Alex is going to fall. Browns will take down Bruno, and Stonewall will find a third. Not only the team's protector, but the team's fragger for that round coming through screens. Making it 9-1. I guess, Tristan, it won't be the same story here.
I think Sac State forgot the script we gave them. Augustana was supposed to win 8 in a row there. Not really sure if they didn't get the memo or they forgot their lines.
Awkward, yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, Showday,
producers probably won't be too happy about that one, but
had rehearsals and stuff.
looks like Sac State's just playing a true heel role right now, and they're just not letting anyone have any hope. As Bruno, he's not the one to be discouraged. Picks up the op again, starts to get aggressive again. And they no longer have the loss bonus, so he's got to make this one count. And that he does. Credo Killer will be the first one to drop there. The off angle, well done. That's one. That's not really one that a lot of people will pre-aim, especially considering that you won't really think they have an op after that last round. But Seon trades it right back. As soon as you gain some ground, you lose it. 1 step forward, 2 step backs. That's just how it feels right now whenever Augustana tries to get something rolling. And to make matters worse, there is Stonewall. Just being Dad Stonewall, the protector, and they know the op was on the B site, so you may see them try and play around that. And maybe he gets the peek out there, but Credo Killer, fool me once, shame on you. Try and fool me twice, and you're losing your head.
The head and the off, indeed, as it's been collected by the attacking side. Now Vibrosa out towards CT, forced away by way of Bird. He's back out though. Stonewall will fall. Same peek Jet just tried to make will be his demise. Nades the CT, get Vibrosa very low here. So the Omen not going to be much help on the retake here. And Alex, he's not making matters any easier. He's come around from mid to find one on the flank. Tonito will fall. Burnt Rice to pick up one from close pillar. Able to sneak away. 3 peeks to come through. Spotted Seon, but has not found the frags. Vibrosa's out of this one, and Seon will take 3. 2 from the back of the site. It's 10-1 as this team has been on an absolute tear.
Man, this is just, I mean, the retakes are fantastic from Sac State. They have all their angles covered. They're crossing their T's. They're dotting their I's. Utility usage phenomenal. I mean, you just see it, especially in agents like the Astra. It feels like Alex always has something useful to be doing during a round, and especially when his Cosmic Divide is up. A lot of people consider Cosmic Divide to be one of the less useful ultimates in this game because it is purely utility. But they're making it look like one of the best ultimates you could ever hope to have, and I love that. I love that they're taking the time to have this real prep work being done. The coach obviously being picked up is phenomenal for the team. He is helping them really look solid on every single one of these takes, and it's paying dividends. This is what happens when you have a team willing to practice and willing to put into work to be one of the best out there. You get potential back-to-back championships as Burnt Rice already willing to abandon the site. He wants no part in this. Zeta will help him out, open up a little bit of space with some good gunplay there. Burnt Rice in the exact same position he fell last round to Stonewall, but this time Stonewall has different objectives. Although Zeta cleans his clock yet again. Vibrosa quick on the flank, has a big blind that could come in here. He uses it rather early though. The rest of his team can't really take advantage of it. If he held that for just a little bit longer, perhaps the round is a little bit differently. Seon, what was that? He is a maniac pushing out into the open. Move Bruno, he's gonna try and get this round cleaned up, and as all of them fall, here it is, baby. We got the comeback rolling. Are we seeing 8 rounds? Are we seeing 8 rounds? Going once, going twice. Someone's got to get on the bomb, though, guys. Just a word of advice. You might want to defuse after the round.
Hey, they're excited. Tristan, this is big. All right, this is the momentum switch. It's coming right here.
My God, they doubled their rounds.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens coming forward. Not out of it just yet.
Okay, I like to see.
Playing bad. They honestly... It's just, it's just sometimes. Oh, here I can explain it pretty easily, Tristan. you've got a roster that is looking at scholarship potential this year already, right? So this team constantly on a schedule, they've got the university support. It just makes things so much easier for your program. And so even though Augustana might fall in this encounter, who's to say what they're looking at next year? Because you've got a group of players, 200 people on campus, in fact, that are willing to put in the time just for the fun of it, for literally no gain to them other than they are playing and making some friends, right? But next year, they're looking at a head coach coming through. They're looking at their program supported via scholarships and extra recruitment efforts coming through. So this program to already be in a bout against what is a phenomenal roster this early on as just a club is a big deal, especially if you consider next year they are getting that head coach. So it's really the grit from this roster that we've seen is going to be paired with a professional, and that's a big deal. So it's like raw skill up against a team that's constantly developing.
Yeah, raw skill, cook's skill versus raw skill. And I mean, let's be real. It's very easy to look like you're struggling, to look like you're not a very great team when you're up against the literal best team in the league, and you know what could be back-to-back champions with scholarships, with coaches. It's very easy to pale in comparison when you're being compared to a team like that, as we see them just waiting out the wall. Speaking of wall, Stonewall right on their heels, and we've seen this before.
Oh,
1, 2, looking for a third, nearly has it. Zeta finally able to put him down, and that's pretty much been the story of this match so far. Zeta has had to do pretty much everything if his team is going to win the round, and just like that, it's all falling apart. The bomb has been dropped out in no man's land. Seon just waiting for a peek, and this one is as good as dusted. Burnt Rice, though, he has the rope. It's a little bit of tag damage. 18 HP in a dream. 13 seconds in the round. Does at least pick up the bomb. Oh, nice little headshot. Single shot, single kill, but DVX doesn't give him the chance to hit 4 on his keyboard. No bomb plant will be initiated. It'll just be the 11th on the board.
11th on the board for the Stingers here. As they're looking to send it to at least a guaranteed overtime. They'll go ahead and buy up here. As what has been currently the meta, no saving for gun round, go crazy, buy everything up, and play the bonus if need be. That'll be the call here. 2 marshals to come out. One will be over towards mid, the other heading towards a main. It'll be an offensive effort towards B. The harder site to take, in my opinion, especially when you're playing with downgraded utility. They got to work through the Nova Pulse, and what will inevitably be the Gravity Well as well from site. It's a matter of when it comes down. Possible chance it's a well and a smoke. Yeah, it'll be a well and a smoke. Bruno straight into it. He's gone just like that. The nade's just not enough to hold back Alex. He's good for another. Looking for more. Now the slow to come down. Stuck in the reload. Vibro's able to find one. The push forward. Past the wall they go. Able to get to sight to find DBX as well. Vibro's good for a second, but the rest of the teammates, they've fallen just like he will. The Stonewall to finish the job. 12-2. Now a chance to bonus to win the game.
And I mean, pretty standard second round there. Can't really complain about that too much if you're Augustana, just because, I mean, yes, you're down so many rounds, but you win all classics and you were able to peel off a few guns. So hey, play for the overtime, right? Gotta win this round. You'll get a save. You'll probably get a save at a Sac State because they lost the last 2 guns, and if they do force, then maybe you can break the economy that way. So that is the rough outline for Augustana to get started on this this monstrous task they had ahead of them in stuffing the 10-round lead that Sac State has built up for themselves. But really, at this point, I don't know how much I'd be willing to bet on the comeback. I need about a 1,000,000 to 1 odds.
Wait, I've seen crazier comebacks, and they've been able to isolate Alex thus far. He has to move over towards spawn. They won't send the commitment there to get him. They want to keep this control of mid. They know it's potential for a player to walk down, and that player is going to be Stonewall. And a couple of his closest friends to help out. Stonewall's good for the first, and this one should get snowballed in mid rather quickly. Burnt Rice is going to fall. They're going to find one with the nade. Got a chance to double satchel for this kill. I would not be surprised to see him do it. That is the kind of play we've been seeing from him. DVX knows about it too. We're going to back up towards that close mid wall. Back down now. They do hear the drop. They're opting to walk away here. They want to work their way to B site. They know they should have some sort of advantage here. They heard an extra player to mid that they haven't spotted just yet. They'll be into Seon. The marshal shot's no good. Bruno, a crispy tap to get their way into the site. Wall will go up. Not really even needed, but will help for the post plant just a little bit here. Makes Pillar a little bit harder to access. Takes a little more time to break that wall down. There'll be both players attacking the retake from heaven. 1 flash available. Regrowth as well. Probably won't see that come into play. Flash good for 1. It's got to put a sight. Haven't spotted the backside player, but they assume that's where the flash is anyways. And they'd be riding the assumption. They spot one. Zeta to play through with the judge. Looking for satchel damage, not finding anything. One swing to come through for Alex. He's connected for two, and DVX will connect for the last. Time to defuse as well, and it's been done. The defending champions, they're 3-0 as they look to net themselves another in the 8-week season.
Oh man, what a cleanup. That last round just kind of displayed the prowess of Sac State. They don't always need to win off of pure utility. Sometimes they can just flex how talented they are as individuals, as they just hit all the shots they need to. Get back on the round, and an even more dominant second map than the first. It was 13-3 the first time around, and the second you get 12-2. A pretty quick series on the day, but that just goes to show you how much these teams have to be scared of Sac State when they show up to play, because they do not play any games. They do not show mercy. If they want to put you to sleep, they will do so with the most brutal of fashions, and that's exactly what we saw executed today. Congratulations to Sac State. A fantastic series. I cannot understate that enough. I know a lot of people at home will probably try and downplay their success by, Augustana, by the way, was 2-0 heading into this match. They were not any team to just be pushed over and roll over and die. It is just Sac State that showed up in emphatic fashion and showed us all why they are the defending champions.
Yeah, I mean, they don't call them the Stingers for no reason. Today it's the Vikings getting conquested, but who knows what the rest of the story will be. Still plenty of time in this one and a chance to make the playoffs, most definitely. But I would not be surprised to see Sac State make their way back there. Great meshing all the way through. And even in the confidence from their team, from their duelists popping off, and Stonewall the Sage having an absolutely phenomenal game as well. Still on the back line, slowing angles, throwing the wall up, guaranteeing that rounds get won. And that is a matter of discipline. That's a matter of a team that is very talented and very smart. As you mentioned, Stonewall not just playing with the hands, playing with the brain. And that does make all the difference. They just look so smart. They execute so well done. Definitely a team to get a notepad out while you're watching. Take a couple notes down. A team worth VOD reviewing if you are a college coach around the area and are looking for a couple new strategies. They're a great team indeed.
And with that, with this fantastic series, we will be going to a short break, but don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we will be having an interview with Sac State. We may just pick out one of the players on the day just to see what their thoughts are, how they're feeling heading into this season, and what they're feeling after a dominant 2-0. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground and the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head. What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 Wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got 2 bit. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Your offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head. What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got 2 bit. On my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head. What sound experience would you like?
Welcome back. Welcome back. We just wrap up our best of 3 between the Augustana College Vikings versus California State University Sacramento State Stingers. This has been the ECAC regular season week 3. Now this time I am joined by Catnator 3K and a very special guest. We have Stonewall, the man, the myth, the fragging demon from that last game. Should be showing up on our on the stream right now. How you feeling, Stonewall?
Look at this guy.
I'm feeling pretty good after that match. I'm gonna be honest. So I feel pretty good. Felt it. I know I could have. I made a lot of mistakes that game. I know that for a fact. So don't take away. Don't try to hype me up. I know I made a lot of mistakes. But
Fair.
I definitely could have played better.
That's funny you say that. That takes me into this first question quite well. So your team, I think a lot of confidence there going through after a very dominant first game and then a continued dominant first split, and the second half as well. That's who are we kidding? But going through that game consistently, you're the player on the back line after that initial mid push. You're throwing the slowdown rope. You're still throwing up the wall, guaranteeing that the flank's not coming through. You seem to me like a player who wants to get all bases covered first. Would you say that's the case?
Yeah, I that's the one thing I try to look for when I'm playing, actually. So I try to make sure that we aren't missing a potential, like let's say we're going up mid and we actually don't have someone watching the B flank. I'm gonna be on that side. I'm not gonna try to be. I want to make sure that we do not have a man down somewhere that we probably should have a man.
Perfect. And that takes me into my next question is, you're like you said, you're one of the guys that wants to cross all your I's, dot your T's. And we saw you taking the front lines in some of these pushes. So is that something that you do consistently? Do you feel like you're the most confident, so you want to be the first one into the site? Or is it just something case by case where if you happen to find yourself being the first one onto the site, you don't have a problem with opening things up for your team?
I'm gonna be honest, more than like 50% of the time it's just me ego picking. I'm just like trying to get in, get out, because you can only trust, you can only trust yourself the most. You can trust yourself the most. So I believe I'm gonna be able to get that pick more than anyone.
Yeah.
But I know that's one flaw I have, is that I should probably not try to take those peaks that shouldn't be taken. That's a big habit of mine, is that taking that down. I know it worked, but a lot of the time that was my mistakes there, as you saw. So I died when I shouldn't have died. I should have played back, held the bomb down with the team, got out instead of going for those frags when we ended up ruining eco, so. But
for sure,
going in, that is one of the main things that I do mostly. I do try to just get in, get active. So
that's definitely apparent. Talking about getting active, are you the acting IGL of this roster?
Absolutely not. I don't think I am. My comms aren't the greatest, so like planning, I get like sidetracked. I get all hyped, and actually, I'm gonna have to give a shout out to DVX. He actually is a pretty important role in like collecting everyone, pulling everyone together.
That makes sense.
So he's pretty solid IGL.
That makes sense.
It's always nice to have an IGL that literally just lets you unlock your fragging potential, especially if you're someone who wants to focus more on the game than the comms and anything. Having that IGL as the glue for the team is always such an invaluable asset. And we saw actually DVX. You had the Sky the first map. and then he decided to pick that one up for the second. You pivoted onto the Sage. How exactly deep does your guys' agents pool go, and how many, if you had to give me a prediction, how many different unique agents are we going to be seeing from you this season?
For me personally, I play whatever the team needs. I don't like, even in solo queue, I play. I'm, maybe just because, I fragged out that game, it doesn't mean I'm gonna be the duelist all the time. Like you saw me, I'm fragging out on anyone I can play. That's what I try to do. So my agent pool is it's kind of wide, but yet I'm not good at one particular character, if that makes sense. So it's kind of has its faults.
Jack of all
I'm just
trades.
there as a filler. Yeah, absolutely. So, and with the Switch, we played a split before, and I've always played Sage on split, no matter what, and felt consistent, felt nice. That's always a safe pick.
Sure.
And so we just kind of adjusted, like some of our players felt comfortable playing certain characters on certain maps, so we kind of adjusted accordingly.
So going into this season, you guys back in April took an ECAC title in the game of Valorant. Does that have any sort of pressure on this season, seeing as you are that #1 roster at the school? Do you feel any sort of pressure there going into games?
There's a lot of pressure, but we are not the #1 team actually. So
Oh, really?
we're Team Black. That's the 3rd roster.
Wow.
This is the 3rd roster. Tristan.
Yeah.
Tristan, pinch me.
This is
Sorry,
the 3rd roster.
I misheard. I
Okay.
misheard. What did you say? I must have misheard you.
Yeah, don't worry. There's bigger sharks.
Wow, that is that's definitely something to motivate you guys, but also demotivate the rest of the teams in this league. The 3rd roster is out here Goomba stomping teams left and right. I love it. Yeah, and I love your guys' attitude, always looking for that improvements, always looking for things you can you can better about your team, and obviously having great teams in your school to scrim with. Obviously having a second and a first team that can
in-house
always
is for
teach you
sure.
guys a thing or two. That's fantastic to have, and really just you guys showcased how good you are and your potential today. You had fantastic coordination on your takes. You guys are really well playing off of each other more than anything, and not only were you flexing your gun duels, your aim duels, you were flexing how well you guys have been practicing together. So that being said, I do believe that's it for us. Catnator, you got anything else you wanted to ask before we're out of here?
I got one more thing for you, Stonewall. Now, this is really for the chat, man. All game, these guys have been loving you. They eat you up over there. So I have to ask you if you have anything to say on behalf of the university, on behalf of your roster, on behalf of yourself to the adoring fans. What would it be?
University is the Sac State's great. So our club right now, it's a sport. It's 100% student ran. So it's all students, and so for the fans, hey, we're going for more. That's the plan, and we need to just keep on practicing, and we're gonna hopefully be 4-0 next week. And so I just want to say thank you, ECAC, thank you guys, and thank you, Augusta,
Augustine.
Augustina,
Augustana.
Thank you. Thank you guys for playing us. Had a good game. GG's.
Alrighty, thank you so much for the interview. Really appreciated having you here. Everyone in the chat, clap it up for Stonewall. Thank you so much. And with that, we will be signing off for week 2 of our ECAC. This was a wonderful matchup to watch, and we're hoping to see a lot more of Sac State moving forward. They're looking fantastic. Now, that being said, I am Tristan Cast, joined here by Alexander Catnator. And with that, I do believe that's it for us. Thank you so much for everyone who stopped by. Thank you so much for the teams that showed up today. And thank you so much for everyone at home watching this. We'll be seeing you guys next week. Until then, this is Tristanator and Catnator. You want to sign us out?
Sure. We'll see you guys next week.
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Your offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head. What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 Wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking